The only talent required to succeed these days is the ability to arse like the establishment and ignore the offensive taste.
Well, originally it was subtitled Caravaggio in Glasgow, which kind of gives the game away. It's present-day Glasgow and Caravaggio turns up. Why? Essentially to help out the main character, a young guy called Garvie. Finn's an art student, he's struggling with his course, he's in danger of failing, basically because he feels no one other than himself recognises his own genius. Finn is completely obsessed with Caravaggio, he has been since he was a kid, and likes to imagine himself as Glasgow's own version of Caravaggio. Only in real life, the artist was a bit of a hard man, and that part's a bit tricky for Finn to carry off because he's a nice middle-class boy who went to a fee-paying school whose mum pays his rent and his mobile phone. Yeah, you would think so, only it doesn't turn out at all the way Finn hopes. Things get messy, very messy, not just for Finn, but for all of the characters whose lives Finn touches. There's an assortment of dubious and not so dubious alcoholics, addicts and misfits. A bunch of people all with their own issues. For example, there's a psychologist who has a ton of her own hang-ups. There's the tattoo artist who thinks that tats are where the real art is at. Finn's decrepit next-door neighbour who refuses to go on the sick even though he's falling apart. A recovering drug addict who's searching for a long-lost son. And then there's Cassia, the beautiful, dazzling Cassia. Yes, that's right, but for once, Finn's confidence in his own genius lets him down. Cassia is so beautiful, so dazzling, that Finn doesn't think that he can do her justice, and he wants Caravaggio to help him and to guide him. Only Caravaggio has his own ideas, and that's when things start to get messy. No, it adds something if you know a little bit of his life or you recognise some of his paintings, but it's absolutely not essential. Apart from anything else, Finn will fill you in on all the pertinent details. But be warned, because Finn has one or two of his own embellishments of Caravaggio's life story. One of the things that I really love about the place is the brilliant black sense of humour that folk use to brighten up all the crap that life serves up. And that's one of the things that I wanted to bring out in the novel. Yes, that's right. Underneath the blasphemy and the banter and the inventive swearing, I think what the novel is really about is the extremes that we all encounter in life and that make up our personalities. Life's bright side and dark side, whatever that means. Happiness and grief, comedy and tragedy, and kindness and nastiness. And I think in particular for this book it means sanity and insanity. Yes, exactly. But no one is either all good or all bad, and life is never all black or all white. That doesn't mean though it has to be washed out shades of grey. I think for Finn, for Caravaggio, for Glasgow, for all of us, both extremes exist side by side within us. I was going to say happily side by side, maybe not always happily, but I've yet to meet anybody who is one extreme or the other, an either or, but thankfully it's much more interesting to be a both at the same time. You'll have to read the book to find out.
Michelangelo, fucking amateur.